Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. For the supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen, and there's her last name. Alright, let's go ahead. That's it? Okay, that's it for those. Let's see what we have for the tarot cards. Stop. Okay. I'm thinking this might go... It doesn't seem that bad for you. It doesn't seem that bad for you. I don't know what we're dealing with here. There might be something going on with that, but we'll find out in a second. Coming into the situation, my first thought is like, well, you did that to that person, so somebody else being that way to you doesn't make me feel bad. It's almost like you have a friend who cheats on their partners and then loses them, and they finally have been in a relationship, and now they got cheated on, and they're all upset, and you're thinking to yourself, well, goes around, comes around. That's kind of how it feels. When I see balance on your side where this is coming in, I don't think you're saying anything, but you're thinking it. Kind of like this is somebody who's cheated on their partners a couple times and lost their partners. Now they got cheated on and they're all upset. And you're just kind of like, well, how's it feel? I don't feel like you have a lot of sympathy for it. You're just kind of like, you got what you deserved. It doesn't have to be that exact situation, but like you're looking at, like, it's somebody that you care about, but they do stuff that you don't like. And you're like, well, now you got your just desserts. I can't feel bad for you. I just can't do it. I don't think you're saying anything because you got the Hermit card here, but you might be also having that kind of reaction where even though you don't say anything, the fact that you're not saying anything says a lot just by itself. It's kind of like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. This is something like you care about them, but you're like, well, you've done your share. So I guess it's time that you had your fair share come back to you. That's how it's starting off. Okay. The next situation coming in, the next part of this. This card flew out of the deck. It's face down. So this is what's coming in next. Instinct, but it's reversed. It flew out of the deck when I was shuffling. And I just left it there. So, but it's upside down. Which is telling me this person is going to start their own cycle again. I bet you they're going to do exactly what they've done before. If we're going to use the same analogies, like they've cheated on partners, and now they had one that cheated on them, and now they're going back and they're going to do it again to someone else. I'm getting the Two of Pentacles with instincts reversed. It's kind of like, it's a bad instinct. It's like a bad pattern, like this isn't a good way to live. It's not a good thing to do. They've done it to other people, it just got done to them, and now they're going to do it to somebody else. It's just, it's almost like it's self-validating. Like, well, that person cheated on me, so I have every right. No. It's like three lefts don't make a right. Like 1, 2, 3. Well, two lefts don't make a right. Whatever. However that works. They're gonna. I see you on the other side. Like, what do you have? Destiny. And I feel like you're looking at this and you're just like. I feel like you're befuddled. You're just like, seriously? Weren't you just complaining that somebody did that to you? Now, I feel like they're in the decision process, like they're saying something. Like, I literally feel like they're like announcing it to you. Which is kind of baffling to me. And I almost feel like you're like looking at this person like, are you kidding me with this? Like they're, even if they're not flat out saying like, I'm going to cheat on my next partner, you hear what they're doing and they're setting themselves up so they can. Something like that. You're like, you're seeing it. You're like, I feel like you're just looking at this person like you just complained that this happened to you. Like, why would you do this to somebody else? You didn't like it when somebody did it to you. Why are you doing this? Why are you continuing this cycle? Like, why don't you just learn your lesson and stop doing that? I feel like you're a little befuddled with this. A little, even though it says destiny, I feel like you're looking at this person like, are you for real with this? Are you honestly telling me you're going to do that? Six of Pentacles. This is a weird reading. This other person is the Six of Pentacles. They feel very self-validated. It's a bad pattern. It's a bad habit. You care about this person. You do, is what I'm getting. Otherwise, you'd be like, whatever. Get out of here, whatever. But you care. This is somebody connected to you that just, they're there. They're there, and you care about them. The Six of Pentacles really makes me feel like they're self-validating. Which is weird, because I usually see this as a very positive card, but the way this energy is feeling right now, it's just kind of like, okay. When this is happening, you got enlightenment, and you got the Six of Swords. You're kind of like, listen, you got to live your own life. You got to do what you think is right. I'm not here to be your moral police. I'm not going to police your actions. I'm not going to tell you can and can't do whatever. You're going to do what you want anyway. I feel like when I'm seeing this right here, for you, you're just kind of like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I tell you you shouldn't do this, even if I argue with you about this, you're going to do what you want anyway. So what am I supposed to do for you? What am I supposed to say to you to make you do what I think you should do? You're stepping out. I feel like you're stepping out. You're stepping out, you're like, it's not worth the fight. Whatever. I feel like you're annoyed with it, though. You're definitely annoyed. Three of Coins pops in with the Fool. The Fool is crossing it, though. This is happening for this person. Oh, I must have done something to upset the camera. There we go. Are we focusing again? There we go. This person is optimistic, but I feel like the Fool card, the thing is with the Fool card, usually the Fool is heading towards the cliff. The question is, are they going to dunk into some water and have a, like, is it a hot day and they're going to end up in a big pool of water, and they're going to be like, oh, what a wonderful surprise? Or are they walking off a cliff into like a rocky area and they're going to end up in dire straits? That's the question. Like, they're being very foolish. And they're literally creating their own mess. With the Three of Pentacles, they're working to create their own problem. They're actively making it happen. Like, that's a little baffling. They're creating their own problem. They're making it happen. Like, I don't know what else to say about that. That's a little like, they got the Three of Pentacles with the Fool on its side. It's like they're being overly optimistic, like they're entitled in a strange way. It's almost like Cersei from Game of Thrones. It's like they feel like they're entitled and they're going to get away with everything because that's what they're born to. They have every right to do anything they wish. Meanwhile, I think, didn't the castle fall in on her or something at the end? I think something like that happened. Not for nothing. They're setting themselves, they set themselves up. What comes in next is the Five of Coins, and crossing that, but it's behind it in a weird sense, is the Chariot. They fail. I feel like they're setting up a situation. For example, if we're going to use the same analogy, like they've cheated on other people, lost their partners, they have this last one, cheated on them, and they're upset about that. So they're trying to pull somebody in, and as they're starting to get this situation going, somebody else gives them a heads up about what they're like and what they do, and they're like, you know what, before we even get down this, I'm out. I'm not even going to do this. The person, whoever they were trying to take advantage of, they're like, I'm out. I've heard about you. We're done. The Chariot fails. The situation doesn't take off. They're very upset about this. I noticed this on your side. You're hearing about this secondhand. I know it says gossip. So exactly how that played out may be in question. This card tends to be more about fiction than fact, just to be fair. So just be wary of what you hear. That's what I'm getting. It might be because this card is usually more about fiction than fact. They're failing. It's failing. Like whatever they're trying to set up that they shouldn't be doing, and you already believe that they shouldn't be doing it anyway, they're failing. They're flat out failing. There comes a point where you come around with this person again. You got the acceptance with the Hierophant. I don't really see you... Like, I almost feel like you're trying to protect others. Like, you're trying to keep people you like away from this person for a while. I feel like you're not happy with this person. You might kind of want to take a break from them is what I'm getting. I feel like you're avoiding this person because you're kind of like... They got their just desserts again. But for some reason at this point, you're kind of like, I don't know about this. Like, I don't understand them. I just want to distance myself from them for a while. Whatever it is, you're really kind of like... You're very unhappy, unsatisfied. You're not angry, you're just kind of like... You're avoiding this person. Even though they're your friend, you're just trying not to deal with them. You're just kind of like, I'm just sick of the problems. You create your own problems. You're self-validating. I'm just exhausted with it. You got acceptance with the Hierophant, kind of like, I don't think I can help you. I don't think you want to be helped. I think you're just going to do what you want anyway. And this other person is over here in the Moon card, kind of like, what are they doing next? I feel like you're just disconnecting from this person. And I don't think you know what's coming next, but I also feel like you don't want to know what's coming next. You're just kind of like, before you tell me something else that's going to bother me, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what you're doing. The reason I think this reading is coming for the people this is going to hit for is kind of like maybe this energy, maybe it's just time to distance yourself from this. Because I feel like this person is just not about to learn their lesson. They're not anywhere near learning their lesson. And instead of letting it aggravate you, just disconnecting from it and just let them go their own way. I know that may sound harsh, but I feel like they're not about to learn their own lesson. And I feel at some point, you're destined to walk away from this person sooner or later anyway, is what I'm getting. Because they're just doing things that are, you're like, you're not happy with them. And I feel like you're a very dedicated, loyal friend. And you want to believe better, but when they keep doing these type of things, I feel like the whole message of this reading is kind of like, save yourself the anguish, just walk away sooner rather than later. If they turn around and they start like realizing that they're screwing something up and they're making things right, and you want to, but it doesn't seem very likely. This is somebody who screws up constantly, is what I'm getting, constantly. They're saying, save yourself the anguish. Just let it kind of ghost away, just let it kind of dissipate. That's what I'm getting. Sooner or later you will, because this person is not about to learn their lesson. They don't seem to want to. Alright, I hope that helps. It's not really the most cheerful reading, but there you go. Thank you for watching. I really do hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.